I have a confession. I wanted to make some changes. I've been changing things for the past couple months around the house. My running joke with my husband is beware when you come home because something's going to be moved or changed. But I wanted to make some changes this year to my mantle and some of the Christmas decorations that I was using. I don't have small children in the home anymore. I do have grandchildren. But wow, what my teenagers shared with me sent me in a whole different direction. Trend versus tradition. What's important to your family?
With the rising use of social media, trends have become widespread and quickly adopted. Younger generations desire to be up to date or socially accepted. Yet when they return to their childhood home, they long for our lasted traditions. Those traditions provide a sense of security, nostalgia, and identity. For those generations before them, it allows us to hold on to past memories. Traditions provide comfort in who we are as a family. In the past, we still had the trends of the 50s, 60s, 70s, but they didn't change as quickly. I find it ironic now to find those trends displayed in the antique stores. Now, this year's Christmas trends will be gone by January and filling the thrift stores. I have to say, I prefer the traditions.
So, welcome to Pinebrook Homestead. My name is Marie. If you are new here, if you are returning, how are you? How was your week last week? Mine was busy and a lot of fun. I was finishing up the decorating and I took care of my bookshelf. And I probably broke every decorating rule there is. But here's the story. So I wanted to make some changes. I wanted to get rid of some of the Santas. Years ago, and I mean years ago, my husband and I went up to his aunt's, and she had a collection, a unique collection of Santas. And the kids were so little. I mean, one was an infant, but they were enthralled with these Santas. So I decided I was going to collect them and decorate the house with them for the kids. Magical time of year, all that kind of stuff. Okay, fast forward. I have two teenagers at home, 17 and 18. And I was ready to get rid of the Santas. I was ready to completely redo my bookshelf, and I'll have pictures for you. taking down a lot of the family photos. The bookshelf was just cram packed with photos and mementos and all those types of things. Well, I was ready to, clear it out, new mantle, new bookshelf. And I was doing it on the frugal end. I was finding things through thrift stores. I was making some things. I had ideas, all that kind of stuff. Well, when I shared with my family what I was doing, I thought I had said that some man in a red suit didn't exist all over again. Matter of fact, my 17-year-old actually said, "You're taking away my childhood." And I went, whoa. And I started to think about it and how we decorate our tree and how we have always done the mantle and all of those things. And it really took me back. Like, okay, let's go this far. Teenagers, if you have them at home, do you think they even notice? I mean, they don't notice the dirty clothes in the basket. They don't notice the dirty bathroom. They don't notice that they've just set their plate next to the sink, not in the dishwasher. They don't notice. So you think. I was boldly corrected. Yes, I was. So I started to really think about it. And I have 3 grandchildren. And why am I getting rid of or refreshing or whatever? Why am I getting rid of what I've had up for so long? Midlife, we're kind of mid generations, right? I mean, we have us and we have our children, and a lot of us have grown children. With that grown children, we then have grandchildren. And on the other spectrum, a lot of us still have our parents. So midlife really means you are in the middle of all of these generations. And I started to think, what do I want to be remembered? What do I want the house at Christmas to be remembered? I wanted it always to be magical for the children. What about the grandchildren? What memories would they have over the Santas on the mantle? I mean, because Santa still, exists. He's important. That's what we'll say. He is important when you're 4. What do I want them to think about? And then I was looking at the tree, and we have a whole tradition on the tree, and I'll share that in a minute. But I was looking at the tree, and all of a sudden I was set in my place, because as we decorated the tree, my son and I, the memories came flooding back. What is your Christmas tradition on decorating? So I have to ask, do you have a tradition on the way you decorate your home for Christmas? Or Are you like I was and you want something new, something fresh, something maybe trendy? As I was going through the ornaments and putting them up and getting flooded with where this ornament came from and the memory that it had. So, this is our tradition with our tree. Every year, our children get an ornament, and we've continued this on through our grandchildren. And our adult children still get an ornament. And the ornament details something big that happened in their life this year. So, for instance, my 17-year-old this year got his driver's license. So his ornament will probably be some sort of a cool car signifying that he got his driver's license. So, and then when we travel, we always pick up an ornament from where we've been. So there's all sorts of ornaments on our tree of our love for North Carolina. And there's ornaments on our tree that my mom has made that are beautiful. And then there's all the childhood ornaments still. So when our children grow and they have a place of their own and they are putting up their first Christmas tree, we wrap all the ornaments that were theirs through growing up, and we pass them on to them. Sorry about their wives if they're trendy. But we pass all these ornaments on to our kids. And then they have all of their childhood ornaments. And my husband and I replace the ornaments with where we've been, what we've gone through that year, or something like that. Something that's meaningful. And wow, I can't get rid of that. And I didn't want to change my tree up, but it's those traditions. And it's funny because this year and last, so much has changed. So much has changed. And I know a lot of us are tired. I get it. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, I just don't even want to decorate this year. But when I look at that tree, and yes, I had to put it up and I'll be taking it down and all that stuff. But for the time that we have it up, the memories are all there. And this year, those memories are even more important. So I'm drinking some Earl Grey tea this morning, and it is a cold morning, so a warm cup of tea hits the spot. Looking back on traditions, I was a single child and an only child, and my parents divorced. I don't remember very many traditions. I really don't remember traditions that our family had at all. I do have a favorite Christmas, and it was unlike any other. It was after the divorce, and every other holiday You know how it goes. Every other holiday, the kids go with the other parent. And I went with my dad. And he picked me up on Christmas Eve, and it was the morning of, or late morning. I did like to sleep in when I was a teenager. But he took me to a Christmas tree farm. Now, the Christmas tree farm was completely picked over, and he had a very tall ceiling. Well, the only thing that was left were these massive trees, massive trees. And this tree, my dad had to cut down and put on the top of the car. I mean, it was a total Griswold Christmas tree. It was huge. And it was Christmas Eve. And he had some friends come over, and I decorated that tree on Christmas Eve. I needed a ladder to decorate the top of the tree. We pulled out all the old ornaments. I remember that year. We pulled out all the old ornaments from my childhood, from his parents, and we just decorated. And it was so much fun. That is one of the best Christmas memories I have, other than when they got me the Nutcracker tickets because I was a ballerina back then. But it's those memories. And I have them when I look at the ornaments on the tree. Do you? Does anyone else buy ornaments from where they've been or to signify something that's happened that year? Let me know what your tradition is with your Christmas tree. Do you string popcorn and cranberries? When I was a young 20-year-old, and I only had one son at that time, and we had very little money, very little money. We were given a Christmas tree, and it had the fake white snow on it and everything. And I didn't have money for ornaments. And so I made gingerbread ornaments. I only had enough to buy some lights. And at that time, I was enthralled with the big, huge colored lights that looked old-fashioned. And so I bought a couple strands of that. That was all the money that I had for that. And I made my gingerbread ornaments. And then I sat there with a newborn stringing popcorn and cranberries so he would have a tree. He was, no, this was when he was, no, it was our first Christmas together. Yeah, I remember those memories. And you know what? That tree was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was completely handmade. And for years thereafter, with my son as he grew, we made those gingerbread ornaments. We never bought ornaments. We always made those gingerbread ornaments, probably for the next 5 years. I remember that. I wonder if he does. He's grown now with his own children, making his own traditions and memories. And we look back, and there's a lot of fondness, and some of us have a lot of hurt around the holiday season. But that can be changed. You can start a tradition of your own right here, right now, this year. And I know a lot of people are sitting there saying, what I'm giving up this Christmas. I don't want all the hype. But it's the end of the year. Did you have a good year? We had a good year. We definitely had trials this year. My health, financially. But all in all, we had a good year and we made it. So why not celebrate? You don't have to decorate your whole home. I don't. I decorate the 3 rooms that we live in. So our living room, our dining room, and then the kitchen. I don't decorate bedrooms. I don't decorate bathrooms. I don't do all of that. But what I do, it means a lot. More than what I ever realized. And it took my teenagers telling me that it means a lot. So, what are you going to do tradition wise this year? This is Thanksgiving week. Are you entertaining? Are you going somewhere? Are you traveling? Most of us will be carving that turkey. A lot of us. I have a funny story, and I have a viewer out there, and she is vegan. And years ago, we went vegan, and we were coming up on Thanksgiving, and I had planned the whole thing. Like, my turkey was a Wellington, except it was made out of all mushrooms. I know some of you are probably going, oh my goodness. But here was the thing. We had this all planned out. It was going to be gorgeous. It was going to be delicious. And then my son met his wife. Well, when we do holidays, and we always have family, grandparents and things like that. Well, she was going to spend Thanksgiving with us, and I did not want her to be with us and not with her parents. So I invited her parents. Yes, that year, for 1 year, her parents came and had a true vegan Thanksgiving. There was no turkey. There was no meat. Everything was made out of vegetables. And it was fun. It was delicious. Absolutely. It was absolutely delicious. But this was their first time meeting us. Fast forward to today. They will be with us this Thanksgiving as well, and they will get their turkey. So this upcoming year is going to be full of change. And I think maybe that's why I hit the memories so hard. Our son who graduated this year, he was attending a community college, getting just prerequisites done, and then he was coaching at our local high school. Well, he applied to a university that is about an hour and a half away from us, and for spring semester, so that he can also get on with their football team. So he's taking his career up another level. So where there was 4, there will now be 3. And I'm looking at all of his childhood memories on the tree. And I'm realizing how fast it went. Wow. Really did go fast. And I just want this Christmas. And it's not going to be full of gifts. I'm not overdoing all of that. It's not that. It's the feeling when you're in the home. It's the traditions. And I just want it to be special. Special for him, special for us. Isn't that what midlife is all about? All the changes. That middle generation that we find ourselves in. And here I was wanting to change small things around my house. Not realizing that my son was going to move out into a dorm next month. Yeah. Where there was 4, Now there will be 3. So as you find yourself this Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday, looking at all the wonderful decorations in the big box stores, pull out a tote, pull out a box that has the memories, the decorations that actually make you think back on your traditions, on your memories, on your loved ones. And try that this year. It'll save you money. It'll mean so much more. And if you're in need of a new tradition, come up with one for you. Something you've wanted to do for Christmas. Maybe it's going to see a light display every Christmas. Go. Maybe it's putting that tree up that you haven't put up in a while. Put it up. Maybe it's getting all your grandkids around a table to decorate cookies. And, they're now coming of age. And then maybe it's pulling the teenagers in to decorate as well. As we go into this Thanksgiving, I just want to let you know I am so grateful and so thankful for all of you. It has been a year, and you've stuck with me, for those of you that have subscribed. And if you like today's content and more, we have a lot coming. Would you consider subscribing? We would love to have you join us. We are women in midlife, and there are a lot of changes, not just physically, but changes to our world. And here we embrace them, and we live on purpose, and we are going to celebrate our traditions this year. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish all of you a blessed week. If you are traveling, my prayers for your safety. If you are hosting, make sure to take a break for yourself and pull everybody in to help you. In the meantime, as we sit around our tables and we give thanks for everything that we have, even if it's been a rough year, we made it. Just remember, it's those traditions that make your memories. And if you don't think people remember them, teenagers, kids, adults, adult kids, they really do. It means more than what you think. Thank you so much, everyone. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments below what your traditions are. I would love to hear from you. Bye-bye.